Hello, everybody. Welcome in on this Thursday morning, Thursday evening, depending on where you're at. It's the show that you don't even know if we changed the host or not. It's time for About That Podcast. On today's show, Cass House sticks with Cousins back in the picture. Monica and Stacy keep winning. Well, at least one of them does. John Q and Ricardo make an appearance. Welcome back, boys. Jesse loves Alec Pierce over Kenneth Walker III. We have the dollar bet, contenders and pretenders. Let's go. Welcome in, my co-host, Mr. Cruz. How we doing today?
Good morning, sir. It is good morning for me. Good night for you.
Good evening. Absolutely.
Yes. So first of all, I want to thank Tar Nation. I want to thank Rob for being there for me last week. I
Yeah, where were you?
took a vacation. It's like it's not easy. Going from 3-0 to be going 3-1, one loss. I don't know how Castle does it.
Yeah,
But yeah, so. But one loss was too much for me. So I won again, so I'm here. So if I lose this week, we'll see who joins you next week.
Yeah.
But that's what happened.
Welcome back. You were missed.
Thank you, sir. So let's talk a little bit about what happened this week, man. What do you think of the week's matchups? Do you like any of them? I noticed that most of them were not close, actually. Most of them were.
Yeah, a lot of blowouts. I mean, I was down by, I think, 50 at one point, unless Travis Kelce put up 4 touchdowns to make it somewhat respectable. But, projections, man, I mean, they're just a lock, right? I think I was projected to beat Q by 30. I ended up losing by 30 or 35, whatever I lost by. You just never know, right? But some other ones, Casal just continues to be unlucky with that zero donut from the quarterback. But yeah, a lot of blowouts, man. Ricardo back in the scene and putting up 160 on everybody.
160.
Top scorer this week. Still didn't beat me from last week, but that's not bad. It's respectable.
Yeah, it's interesting that just like me being back this week, we saw that Q and Ricardo were also back as soon as you win.
As soon as they get that W.
Yeah, that W I'm surprised fixes everything.
Q, I understand. That's just how he runs his business. Ricardo, I'm a little disappointed in this whole year so far, if I must say. He usually talks before the matches. He talks during. Doesn't matter if he's losing or winning. So a little disappointed in Ricardo this year.
Yeah,
just throw that out there.
Yeah, no, I get it. I really think what's happening with Ricardo. I mean, last time I saw him and all that, I think he's in too many leagues. I don't know how many leagues he's on right now, but maybe something else. Yeah, we missed the Chet talking Ricardo.
Yeah.
I think with Rob winning, he's taking that mantle a little bit.
Well, because honestly, Ricardo was like a villain. Like you just hate him. Yeah. Rob's just annoying. Yeah. Right? Rob?
It's different.
Hit me back on that. What do you think? Rob?
It's different.
Is Rob annoying? Check this box.
Yeah. No, but I mean, going back to Ricardo just not being there, I think a lot of our managers might just not be there because I made a point on the chat of you being the shiny new owner, the shiny new manager, I should say, of Kenneth Walker, which, by the way, I want to say that I dropped him. So my bad on that. I dropped him to pick up some guy who's probably not even worth it now. But I was really thinking that either Casa or Jesse or somebody else was going to pick him up. So I was truly surprised. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I feel great about it, right? I mean, like I told you before, I don't think Kenneth Walker's, Jesus Christ reborn, but I mean, it's a starting running back in a league that is tough to get full-time, handles every snap running back. We'll see if Kenneth Walker's that guy, but 5 people ahead of me. Casal just can't get over Cousins. You got a priority number 1, Cousins. Wow. 0-5. I see why. Alec Pierce from Jesse. Now, I had Alec Pierce as a priority, I think 3, because he had some good catches the other day, but interesting choice. And Q getting Taysom Hill, I don't mind that just because you don't know with Taysom Hill. But Ricardo just not picking up anybody, and he was ahead of me on that waiver. So that's the most strange one. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy. I I don't know if you noticed, I had to totally rechange my whole team. I had, I think, 3 or 4 people on bye, so it's a whole new team against the 4-1 or 5-1 Dickuts, whatever they are right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's starting to get interesting as well now, just because we're starting to get bye weeks, so that always
Hmm. Hmm.
introduces another level of complexity into fantasy football. Um, yeah, it's we'll see what happens this week. I'm not. I'm looking forward to the matchups. I think
Well,
I
let's
want to
talk.
continue winning, so we'll see.
Well, yeah, you're in a good spot. You're in a good spot now. Speaking of that good spot, let's do the segment first time this week. I think we're what, week 6 of the fantasy football.
Yes.
Let's do the contenders and pretenders. Okay, let's
Okay.
see what we got. Who do you like? Who who's down there is going to be up and coming? I'll let you
Yes.
go first.
So, what do you want to do? The pretenders first or the contenders? What
Let's
do you
do
want?
let's do the contenders first.
Okay, contenders. I looked at this and I actually looked at the video of last year, and I picked pretender Rob, and he won the league. So shows you how much I know. I did pick the contender you last year.
What did I get?
I think you got second place, right?
Second, yeah, I think
Yeah, yeah.
second.
So that's not bad. Um, the thing is, like, this time around, I went and looking around all the teams, and there are some out there. You have Sharks, you have Fancies, Monica, and you just have other players. But the thing is, as boring as it is going to sound, I'm going to go with you just because. And I say boring because I did the same thing last season. But the reason is, again, we talked about how you getting Kenneth Walker, which, again, it's sort of in Twitter world, in the fantasy football world, there was all this talk about if you had FAF money, if you have a league where you have to pay for pickups, Kenneth Walker was one of those that was worth a lot, just because he's a running back, he's a rookie that supposed to be good and all that. You picked him up, and on top of that, your team it's solid, and you still have DeAndre Hopkins coming back, which, if he's good, all of a sudden your team gets upgraded. So, and your record's just right there as well. So I think you are a solid contender.
Well,
See what happens.
Cruz, we always knew you were a smart man. That's a great pickup. That's a great choice there. For me, I would go with the kind of the top dog. I think Rob right now, I know he's 5-0, and he's had some kind of he's had a few lucky wins, right? He hasn't dominated, every week. A couple of times he could lose to half the league, so matchups help him. But I think he's got a solid team. He works the waivers. He's definitely a top contender. I know he's 5-0. But one I'm going to throw out to you, and I think you did some research on it, is Jesse. Jesse's 1-4 right now, but he's had some, just like Rob's been lucky, Jesse's had the unlucky, where he could probably beat half the teams each week, even more than half the teams each week, but just has the bad matchups. He has a pretty good squad. He works the waiver here and there, even though he didn't pick up Kenneth Walker. But he still picked up somebody. So I think Jesse is let's say, dark horse contender.
It depends of how many chickens they have in Hialeah and how many santeros can help him. It's all about that.
Oh yeah,
It's
he's in
all
a voodoo.
about
He's in a voodoo. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. What
It's all
about
about that.
pretenders? What about pretenders? I think we got one.
Yeah, pretenders. Again, I did some research on this, and the pretender is sitting right here, right now, talking at this moment. I think it's my team. When I look at my team, it's not as solid as it's supposed to be, I think. And on top of that, I looked at some of the matchups, and I got lucky essentially twice this season, and just winning games or winning weeks where I could have lost to more than half of the league. And fantasy football, it's a little bit of luck as well involved, or a lot of luck, I would say, probably involved. And I'll take it. I'll ride it as long as I can. But I think once you're in the playoffs and all that, you want consistency. And I don't even know if I'm going to make the playoffs. But if I do, we'll see if my team can actually pull through, because 4-1 looks nice, but I don't know if it's that good. What do you
All
think?
right, so again, you're a smart man. Yeah, you're a smart man, so I would agree. 4-1 looks nice, but if you don't have the people, it's not going to work out for you in the end.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
let's move on. Do you have the matchups for next week available?
I do have the matchups for next week
All right, I
available.
want to take a look at a couple here that we have. I like to go down. Ricardo's back in the chat now, right? So let's give him a spotlight here. He's going up against Team Cassow, okay? The reason I picked that, Team Cassow is 0-5. He's been unlucky. He loves Cousins, so I think Cousins is going to show out for him. At least I hope. And Ricardo just put up 160, so his team is doing well. But Cassow needs a win, so I'm going to spotlight that one. I'm going to go for Cassow on that matchup. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean,
Cassow,
I could see it happening. I could see it happening, but I
I mean,
don't know,
again,
man. It's like,
Ricardo's got Devontae Adams on bye. Cassow has Kamara back. Debo's still playing. Like,
yeah, I think at the end of the day, it would depend actually on what Castle did with his pickup, because Cousins, we know the Cousins can have a good week, but we also know that he can have an awful week. So I think it depends a lot of what happens there. But yeah, I mean, I want Castle to win. I want somebody to win. I mean, I want everybody to win at least one game. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there.
yeah. All right. So then we have looks like we have the Dickas versus me, Brady Bunch versus Jesse. Who's Funsies playing there?
Funsies is playing the Sharks.
The Sharks. Well, that should be. He's at 92 projected. He must have some people on bye. So yeah, we have the bye weeks coming up. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, we'll see what happens this week. But talking about this week, actually, don't forget, guys, this is a week where you can make some extra cheddar. You can make some moolah, some lana. What else? What other
won?
Yeah,
won in Korean.
Yeah, nobody wants
that. It's just shit right now.
Everybody wants the dollar, man. It's right now. It's super strong.
It's gold.
So yeah, you can make it.
What is it for this week?
This week is for the lowest scoring game, and it's split actually. So you're not getting $20. Sorry, you're getting $10 each. But so the lowest scoring game, both both players get that money.
All right, sounds good. Paper. Who do you think that's gonna be? I'm gonna go with.
I'm gonna go with right here, the one that I'm looking at right now, Brady's Bunch and Team Hialeah Mafia. He's still, I don't know Q's team as a whole, but I mean, I see him.
He's got Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson there. And then Jesse has Tom Brady. So
Tom Brady, hey, he did all right last week.
Tom Brady, as long as he's getting roughing the passer
calls. Yeah. What a fucking joke, man. Yeah. That one, the one against Kansas City, these are terrible, man.
Yeah,
these are absolutely terrible. I'm gonna pick Funsies and the Sharks are the lowest scoring, just because I see the projections.
I don't know, man. I don't know
if he's got it in there.
Just so you know, Funsies has been cooking lately.
Yeah, she got cooking, but Gino has to regress to the mean, man. He's not a superstar. He's not getting 40 each week.
Yeah, we'll see. He's gonna end up higher than Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes by the end of the season. And then we'll be next season. We'll be like, hey man, you gotta get that Gino guy.
You gotta get Cousins. He's gonna be that crack, man. You know, Cassow with Cousins, man. I love it, Cassow. Come back to old faithful. Yeah. All right, so moving on. What's our dollar bet this week?
Okay, first of all, dollar bets. Well, I get the money from last week, right? Thank you, Rob, for winning.
Correct. You know, Rob, you don't get that dollar. Suck it.
You play for me, so thank you. So let's flip the coin first. What do you want?
Tails.
Okay. Head. Okay. Let's see if we can
first on what are we doing?
Lowest scoring team of our
Okay.
little league right here.
Okay.
So I
So
picked.
yours is between Brady Bunch and Mafia.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Mafia, just because he should have picked up Kenneth Walker. So I'm gonna
Mafia.
go with
Okay.
Mafia. Yeah.
All right. I am gonna go with. I will go with. You know what? He's steadily down there below 100. I'm just gonna stay with Casal.
Okay. Okay.
I know he's not part of my lowest game because Asian Killer probably gonna put one on him, but
It's funny that we picked up. We're very we're very smart. We picked out the two
they're
bottom
both
teams.
the two bottom teams.
But
I
yeah,
just
so
noticed that.
whoever
I'll do
gets the
Casal
lowest point
between Casal and
between
Mafia.
Casa
Got it.
and Mafia wins the bet this week. So
Awesome.
Jesse, I'm
There you
counting on you,
have it.
man. I'm counting on you sucking.
That dollar.
Yeah. And you want to move on to rankings?
Yeah, let's do the rankings.
Cool. Rankings. This is what it looks like rest of the season. Average, above average Ditkas.
Wow, he
In the
got
top.
number one spot. Rob,
Yeah.
holler at him.
Yeah. And then it's your gang, all of it. Like
It's my gang.
yeah.
I love how I'm in third with 2 less losses than you guys in top 4.
Yeah.
What's Casal doing there? What's Casal? Casal picks up Cousins and he skyrockets.
Yeah.
What is he doing there? He's 0-5. He's 0-5, man.
This ranking is drunk. It should just go home, man. Don't take the keys away from this ranking, because
the Brady Bunch just put up 140 and some change with no tight end.
look at Fonzie's all the way at the bottom, right?
Well, that's yeah.
She's gonna
that's
love
fine.
that. She doesn't watch this, you know.
Casal at 5, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Casal, somebody believes in you. The Oracle and Fantasy Pros.
So the Oracle retired after Rob's. I saw that Rob talked to her last week. Right?
Yeah, she's got to regroup.
Yeah,
she's got to regroup. All right, man. Anything else before we get out?
No, that's it, my friend. I think we've covered it all.
Good luck to everybody this week.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.